Okay guys, so welcome to Breath of the Wild. At this point I'm still uploading all my gameplay videos and all my regular episodes. I've had Breath of the Wild finished for quite a long time. This is on a save file with Ganon defeated. The final boss is literally just down there and we are at the top of Hyrule Castle. But I'm just going to start making some videos on how I like to handle things in the game. First thing I wanted to show people is how I defeat Guardians. These are not necessarily the most optimal ways, way guys, but this is just how I do things and how things work for me. So what we're going to be doing in this episode is just talking about defeating Guardians, and we'll go through most of the Guardians. We'll go through the Sentry, which is right in front of us. We'll go through a Skywatcher, we'll go through Stalkers, Wrecked Guardians, we'll go through a multitude of different Guardians. But we'll start with the Sentries, and for starters guys, any Guardian, the easiest way to take them down straight away is with Ancient Arrows. I've got 10 Ancient Arrows right now, and I will be demonstrating one later. But for now, the easiest way to take down any Guardian is literally Ancient Arrows. Like, that's all I can say. It takes down every Guardian I've fought in one hit. But the easiest, if you want to save Ancient Arrows, what I recommend for these Sentries or Wrecked Guardians is sneak up behind them when they can't see you, and use a Burst's Fury, which is what you get from defeating the Divine Beast Nabooru, and just hold up a power attack until a Burst's Fury is going. I recommend two-handed weapons, and just unleash as much hell as you can. I've got a Burst's Fury charged, and I'll hit him with everything I've got, and that is already that Sentry down. A Burst's Fury is really powerful. It leaves them paralyzed as well, so they can't actually hit you with a follow-up attack, and you can just keep going on the Sentry, which is really nice. Another thing that works for all Guardians guys is shield deflections. Now this requires a fair bit of practice, but this is also the easiest way to take down any of the any Guardians at all, whether they're Sentries, Stalkers, it doesn't matter what they are. It takes down, it's the easiest way, that's all I can say. It is really one of the easiest ways to take down any Guardian. It takes quite a bit of practice, and you will have to get used to it. You will go through quite a lot of shields. You'll see in my gameplay video when I get up to this point, when I get up to uploading at this point, you'll see I actually go through a lot of shields, messing up shield deflections on different Guardians. But shield deflections are not as hard as you think. And the thing is, shield deflections are not that hard, guys. If I just get this guy's attention real quick. When the blue flash sets off, they're actually about to fire their beam, and that's your cue to deflect their barrage, or their ray barrage. And if you have Daruk's protection, even if your timing is off a little bit, Daruk will still reflect the barrage straight back at the Guardian, just like that. My timing was a little bit off, but Daruk still deflected it back, which is really nice. And I did just lose I'll have to jump back up to get my loot, but so shield deflections are another great way, guys, just for your information. You just got to practice the timing a bit, and you'll get used to it. So Guardian Skywatchers is something I'm also still trying to figure out, guys. These, because they are in the air, they are a little bit harder to get to, so you aren't left with much of an option to take these guys down. Your best way is, once again, just shield deflections and Ancient Arrows. If you that's the only recommendations I have to taking these guys down. I haven't taken them down any other way except for shield deflections and Ancient Arrows, so as you can see, he's really close to low health. I could Ancient Arrow him and take him down, but there isn't much of a point when he's got so little health. He's got something like, he must have under 100 health left, so we'll take him down with just Bomb Arrows. And that takes him down. So honestly guys, with Skywatchers, the only thing I can really recommend are either Ancient Arrows or Shield Deflections. They're pretty complicated to take down because those are really your only two options. Now these guys are my absolute favourite because they're simply so easy. All you need is one Shield Deflection and you'll take them down. Obviously you can use Ancient Arrows. Another strategy is to actually sneak up on them, because if you sneak up on them and start hitting them, they'll actually freak out and you can just damage them really easily. I'll see if I can get some footage of that actually happening. Okay guys, so another really easy way to take down these Ruined Guardians is to get right in their faces with a decent double-handed weapon. So I usually use whatever double-handed weapon I get, and to use a Berserker's Fury. So once they don't know you're here, once you start unleashing a power attack on them, they'll start to freak out and shoot lasers everywhere. So with every hit, he will shoot a laser off, and a Berserker's Fury will finish them off if you have a Berserker's Fury. But those ones are really easy to take out, guys. Just if you can get the drop on them, you'll find them really easy to take care of. Okay, so there's a Guardian Stalker just up here. He is active and he is alive. So we're just going to sneak up on him quickly. Now these are the reasons why you save your Ancient Arrows, because Stalkers are very hard to deal with, and the easiest way to take them down is literally just with Ancient Arrows, because these guys are a real pain. And the same with these guys. Shield Deflections are your best defense against these guys. And because they get really close, the timing is really, really tight, and you really gotta make sure your timing's on point. As soon as that blue flash appears where they're about to fire their beam off, that's pretty much your cue to go. And they do give you some pretty good loot, so they were taken out. That one was wounded. I will do a fully operational one in just a second. Alright guys, so this is what we've all been waiting for. The Guardian Stalkers are easily the hardest to take out, especially fully operational ones. The one I took out before was was wounded, so he's not quite as mobile as this one here. But these guys are no joke. These guys do not mess around, so you have to be really well prepared, and honestly I just use an Ancient Arrow because it saves so much effort, and if you're stuck with them, shield deflect them or use bomb arrows to knock them off guard. But Ancient Arrows are honestly the best way to go. You can knock them off guard with bomb arrows. Create a paraglider path for yourself. And pull out an Ancient Arrow and just finish them off with one hit, because it's so much easier than going through the trouble of shield deflections, because the timing's really hard. So honestly guys, with fully operational Stalkers, the only thing I can really recommend you doing, unless you're confident with your shield deflections, is to use an Ancient Arrow. Alright guys, I hope you really enjoyed the episode. This was not like an official tutorial on how to do things. This is just how I like to do things when it comes to taking down Guardians. As you can see in the video, it all worked for me, and that's why I made the video. This is just how I do things and what works for me. If you guys have better ways of taking down certain Guardians, let me know in the comments, because that'd be really cool. But as you can see in the video footage, I did have pretty much no trouble taking down the Guardians. When it comes to Guardians, there's two things you really need in order to be prepared for a Guardian. You need to have plenty of shields for your shield deflections, because shield deflections take down any Guardian. And the second thing, when all hell breaks loose, nothing's worked, you're out of shields, you're on your last leg, Ancient Arrows are your go-to, because they destroy all the Guardians in one hit if you hit them in the eye. So obviously with the Guardians that are not mobile or cannot move, such as the Sentries or the Ret Guardians, you can just use a Berserker's Fury and a two-handed weapon, and you'll find that they're pretty easy to take down. But for those mobile Guardians like the Stalkers and the Skywatchers, shield deflections and Ancient Arrows are normally your best bet for taking them down. So I hope you enjoyed the video guys. I had a lot of fun making it, because I got to take down a lot of Guardians, which is always a lot of fun. So I'll see you in the next video guys, and I hope you have a good day. Bye bye.